This is Lifestyles. Happy Friday. What's going on, everybody? What's happening? I hope everybody had a great week. Who is that coming in the chat first? You are first, so that means I got to get you a T-shirt. That's we got to get you some merch. I got to get you a lifestyle T-shirt. So I'll inbox me your info so I can make sure you get a T-shirt. Thanks for coming in tonight. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be with Lifestyles with Eric. Share the video out. Thumbs up the video. If you're not a subscriber, I definitely appreciate your subscription. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to my channel. We definitely appreciate any opinions, um, ideas. I have the smartest YouTube audience on the internet, I'd like to say. All my YouTube followers or subscribers are definitely super intelligent and they always give me great ideas. And I'd like to say thank you. Miss Kristen, Delana, what's happening? Happy Friday. Welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. Let's see. All right. So what is happening? Let's see who comes on in the chat tonight. Let's see who comes in. Let's see who comes on in tonight. Teresa Collins, what's happening? Welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. Just Be You. Welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. Lady Gwendolyn, thanks for coming in. Welcome to Lifestyles. Just Be You. What's happening? What is going on? What's happening? Happy Friday. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be with Lifestyles with Eric, and I definitely appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. Brenda Carter, welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Who else is coming in on Friday night? Let's chat about it. Let's chat about it. I got a lot to unload. Um, let's talk about it. Well, let's see who else comes on in the chat tonight. Let's see. Tierra, what's happening? Welcome to Lifestyles. All righty, all righty. Thanks for coming in. Happy Friday. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to come into Lifestyles with Eric, and I definitely appreciate it. All right, who else is coming in tonight? Who else is coming in? Latrice, 2358, welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in tonight. Happy Friday. Hope you had a blessed week. I want you to have a blessed weekend, safe weekend. Um, I want everybody to do that and try to get out and have some fun. Enjoy your weekend, enjoy your family, and enjoy this next week coming up, for Thanksgiving. It may mean different things in the pagan aspect, but I still like it as far as the family aspect. Just getting together with family is always good around these times. I'm still grieving the loss of my first cousin, Darren Marion. He was a huge impact on YouTube. I didn't know he had such a following on YouTube, um, but he definitely did, and he was working with me and helping me out on some things. So I learned a lot from that from my cousin. So just hold on. This is Mr. George calling. Let's see what Mr. George wants. Hey, Mr. George, I'm live on the air right now. All righty. All right. Mr. George is going to come on in tonight. We're going to chit chat tonight. We're going to get on in and we're going to talk about it. So Mr. George is coming in. We made him a co-host, so we'll let Mr. George come on in and we'll talk about it. We'll wait on him to come in now. This is crazy though. But I kind of already knew. I kind of already have. excuse me. I kind of already had a feeling of the outcome, and my feeling was pretty much right. Unfortunately, unfortunately, it was. Yeah, he's late, isn't he, Tierra? And you got to tell him about that too. He is late. He is late. When it was Johnny Carson and Ed McMahon, Ed McMahon was always there. He was never late. So we got to get on him about that. Mm-mm. There's Mr. George. I thought you was coming in tonight. Are you coming in on the screen, or you just coming in on as you're not coming in as a co-host? What's going on, Miss Kathleen? Welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in tonight. Um, you typing tonight, or you coming in as a co-host, Mr. George? Mr. George, are you coming in as a co-host, or are you just going to chat with us tonight? Oh, and we've got a birthday coming up for my grandmother. She'll be 100 years old, February 26th, everybody. So we're going to send a special shout out to Granny. Granny's doing well. I went to see her yesterday, me and my mom, and she's doing well for 99 years old. So everybody send a special shout out to Granny. Granny's doing well. Okay, let me email you the link, Mr. George. Let's see here. I thought I didn't have to do that anymore. I thought I could just. All right, good people, I'm back. Mr. Co-host will be here in a second. Miss Gwen, your birthday is tomorrow. Well, happy birthday to you, Miss Gwen. Thanks everybody for Granny. Granny's February 26th. Hey, LaShonda, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in tonight. Happy Friday. Where's Mr. George at? We waiting on the co-host to come on in. We waiting on Mr. George to come on in. We waiting on that co-host to come in. Oh, your mother's birthday. There's Mr. Co-host. Let's see. It says device not connected. Let's just see. I think there's Mr.
Yo, yo.
Uh-oh. Wait, hold on.
What's going on?
Here's Lifestyles, and here's George. All right now, what's going on? It's Mr. George. Tierra said
Hey,
you were
man.
late.
I'm
Tierra
sorry,
said,
y'all.
yeah, they said you were late, and yeah, come on now, get it together.
I'm sorry. I was out with my daughter for her 26th birthday. I took her and her mom out, and my sister was there. So she had a nice little 26th birthday. Today's her birthday of my daughter Alexia.
Okay. Well, happy birthday to Miss Alexia. Yes, Miss Gwen. Hey, Miss Melanie, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. And yes, to your question, Miss Gwendolyn, absolutely.
Hello, Miss Gwendolyn.
Um, I guess everybody's coming in is gonna be in, and then everybody that's watching that ain't saying nothing. Hello to everybody. Welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. So, as we placed a bet, I am a positive thinker, but at some point I was thinking that Mr. Uh, hold on.
Hey, man, I thought he was going to do some time, man. I swear I did.
You thought wrong today. I just it was something that it was something that told me he wasn't gonna get convicted, man. I don't know if it was his whiteness or his white privilege, but it was just something that I knew he wasn't gonna get convicted. I just had a feeling that he wasn't gonna get convicted. The drone footage that I saw that the prosecution had set forth at the trial was kind of grainy, but at the end of the day, you got one. He was 17 years old, not legally supposed to be carrying a weapon in his state that he lived in, Illinois. He didn't live in Wisconsin. That's the second thing. His mom, third thing, took him to Wisconsin, Kenosha, Wisconsin. Why would you drop your 17-year off with somebody else's gun, AR-15 or whatever, to protect business owners that didn't even hire you because you weren't professional security, nor were you a vigil. I mean, you weren't a anything for hire. So the whole thing to me, that part of it. Come on back, George. Absolutely, Teresa. Absolutely. Uh-oh, we got two Georges now. We got three. We got two Georges on. What the hell? Wait a minute.
No, that was I was down here by Warren. Can you hear me? Yeah,
I can't. Okay.
I was over here in a bad area, man, down here by Warren Central, man, and they was my signal went down. My
Okay.
bad. I'm out here driving, y'all. I ain't supposed to be driving, but don't tell the police.
Okay. I just got a chill. Okay, so just be you said, hold on. No, Teresa said even the verdict seemed fakish, like he was a good actor or a bad actor. Just be you said at least the gun charge was ridiculous. Um, Teresa said, "Why she never got charged with child endangerment and beyond is beyond me." Oh, well, I forgot. You can see those now, right?
Yeah, I can see a lot of them now. Yeah, but I'm driving. I can't read them though.
Okay. No, I didn't. They had a weak. Okay, so Lady Gwen said they had weak prosecution. Maybe the prosecution wasn't strong enough. I don't know.
I think the prosecution was okay. I think personally the judge was trying to put on a daggone show, man. And,
he was yelling and screaming and I
yeah.
mean uncalled for stuff. He actually did. I had never seen a judge act like that in a case. I mean, that was kind of weird to me.
Yeah, it was, man. It seemed like if I was the feds, man, I would be investigating that judge, man. His conduct on that bench, it was totally just biased towards the prosecution. And typically, when you see a court case, the judge typically leans in the favor of the prosecution, the prosecutor's office. This guy was just totally disrespectful to the prosecutor, man. I'm like, you know, it was just it was a show. It was just a show, and it just to me it showed me about this fake ass construct of white supremacy and how it is. And the world saw that, you know, if you white, you get off. We all know if there had been a black child that did that shit, he would have been locked up, man. In every state in the union and U.S. territories, if there had been a black child or a brown child, they would have been locked up.
Miss Carolyn, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. Happy Friday. You could have been anywhere else, but you came into Lifestyles, and I really appreciate it. Absolutely, George. I agree. I totally agree.
It's just embarrassing, man.
The systemic racism is in the court systems. It's always been in the court systems. We've always got the short end of the stick when it came to a legal justice system. But this is not. This time it's not about necessarily African Americans because he wasn't African American or he didn't kill African Americans.
Right.
But they were defending somebody that was African American, so it was still justified. Any other time,
you know, one thing what I heard is that the reason why he was getting away with it is because they felt like the white folks that were part of that Black Lives movement were traitors to the white race, and so
they hate that.
To them, if that's they hate that. Yeah, you're right. So anytime you become a traitor to the white race, they consider you just as bad as the black folks.
Right. Well, they call you a white nigger.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So anyway, I mean, I don't know, man. It just, it is what it is. It just kind of, like they said, this is kind of unprecedented because this may cause other things to happen, and they're going to look at this case and say, well, you didn't convict him, so why should you convict my client? Because in the case of Rittenhouse versus the state of Wisconsin, you know, he wasn't convicted, right? So that's what they'll say in other cases,
right?
You know? So that's
it's going to be a unprecedented case.
Yeah, this will be definitely an unprecedented case. So that's, you know, I don't know. I just we'll see what happens. But you know, this little bit, you know, he gets to go home to mommy and get pampered, and he's also got some money to, you know, to start his life while these other two guys that he killed are gone for you know, forever. You know, to me, it looked like he was playing a video game when he was shooting those people. You know.
Well, here's my thing. I wonder if they'll be able to file a lawsuit against him, a wrongful death lawsuit against the Rittenhouse family, the three families that was impacted by this.
I'm sure they'll be able to do a civil suit, some sort of civil suit or something like that on them. That I'd say yes. I'd say yes. His mother definitely needs to be charged with something. Gwen said, yeah, mom needs to be charged. Definitely. Mom needs to be charged with something. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
Well, here's my thing right here, man. I've always said this. The world saw white supremacy at its best. Right there. The judge put on a perfect display of the way his actions was on that bench. The defense attorneys, everybody. It showed you if the world is listening. If you're not white, it's not right. You're not right. Hey, we can get away with anything.
Miss T Dunlap, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. You got a notification, I hope. So yeah, thanks for coming into Lifestyles. Yeah, man.
It's sad, absolutely. Man. It's just sad all around.
Absolutely. You know, like I said, we'll have to sit back and see. I don't know. I just hope this doesn't happen again. But we know that in history, the show this happens every few years or every couple years, or every few months it happens, and we'll be going through the same thing again. They'll get not convicted of something, and it kind of makes you insensitive to certain things because you just keep thinking that the person's not going to be held accountable for the actions that they've done. So
Yeah.
it makes you insensitive at some point. Yeah. Uh, so
Same thing may happen. The same thing may happen down there at what's it, Ahmaud Arbery's case, where the
okay.
son is trying to claim self-defense, talking about they cornered Ahmaud Arbery and making a citizen's arrest, and Ahmaud grabbed his shotgun, so he shot him in self-defense. They may get off if the same thing is allowed.
You're almost right. Even it's almost
Yeah,
like the stand your ground thing in Florida. So you can basically provoke somebody into a fight. You start losing, you can pull your gun and shoot and kill them. Now that's
yeah,
crazy. That's exactly what it is. You can
yeah,
provoke a fight. You can be losing the fight. You can pull your gun out and shoot and kill them, and you get out of it because it's a stand your ground thing. That's
yeah.
crazy.
You claim self-defense.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. So
So,
yeah, that's crazy. Crazy.
and I don't understand how with America could even sit back and say that this is the leader of the free world. United States is the leader of the free world. If you can't clean up the mess in your own house with systemic racism and unconscious bias towards being a racist or whatever your problem is, there's no way you can go to the world and say, hey, be like us. It's all bullshit. That's what I'm saying. It's all bullshit. You know, I always say if every black person in the United States left United States, who
Now,
would be
now you breaking up
the
all
white
of a
folks
sudden.
point their fingers at and say, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Okay, I was saying if every black person left the United States and went to Africa or another country, who would be the next nationality that white folks, racist white folks, would be pointing their finger at to
Hispanic.
have an agenda? Yeah,
Hispanic.
and okay, so what if all the Hispanics left? Who's next after the Hispanics?
Maybe Asian. Maybe Asian. No.
Yeah.
Asian. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So that's what the world is facing right now. From my perspective, this is my perspective. That's what the world is facing. If all the blacks said we're tired of this crap, we're leaving, who's going to be your entertainment and who's going to be the ones you get to pick on for whatever reason you want to pick on somebody?
Mm.
Who's your next victim?
To pick on. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
To pick on, yeah. Who's your next cause? Who are you going to call lazy? Who are you going to call to whatever you feel like you got a itch in your chest about racism? Who are you going to pick on next?
Mm.
So the world needs to wake up and call America for what it is. You built this country on hatred.
And hatred.
On hatred and racism. Yeah.
Country, period. We need to be taught that. Kids need to be taught that. We need to talk about it, get it out, and figure out a way to get through it, work through it. We need to get our just due. We need to get what we were owed when our ancestors were slaves that we never got, that could have changed our lives, that would have made everything different now. And we need that. And we need to be, and everybody needs to own up to that. Everybody needs their just due. But we need to be thinking about us first. And that's just all it is to it. You know.
Hey man.
We were brought over here. We didn't ask to come here. You know, so we're
this is what I would say. This is what I would say to anybody. if you go to work tomorrow or you out there socially and somebody's trying to say, well, that young kid should have got off. Okay. You ask yourself this one question. It was a Black Lives Matter movement. People were there supporting the movement, and hopefully it was a peaceful protest. But you ask them like Jane Elliott said, would you trade places, especially if they're white, would you trade places with a black person? And see what they say. Ask them, would you trade places with a black person? And if they say, if they don't answer you, and if they sit there and don't say nothing, ask them again. Out of everything that's going on to black people over the last 400 years, would you trade your life as a white person to live like a black person? And if they say no, then they know how bad shit is for black people and people of color.
And you know, they can compare us. They say our spectrum of wealth is so low, man. I mean, it don't make no. It doesn't matter. We're like on the bottom. I mean, we're nothing. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
but yeah.
And all I can say, the conduct of that judge on the sitting up there, that judge, his conduct within itself was embarrassing.
I didn't like that. It was.
Yeah.
And if I was a judge, I would say that was embarrassing. Definitely.
Yeah. That was totally embarrassing.
I mean, he was definitely for the defense. You could tell. I mean, you know, and if he took a picture with that young man, then that definitely was saying something. I mean, that was saying something, seriously saying something, you know. So, but
you know, go ahead.
Now I was just saying, God doesn't like ugly, and you know, there is a real thing called karma. And although that little boy got off, he always has to watch his back the rest of his life.
Well, yes and no, because black folks ain't gonna want to deal with him.
No, but he's gotta deal with the stigma of people looking at him funny. He wants to be a nurse, okay? So he go work in the hospital. People are gonna look at him funny the rest of his life, man. Period. They're gonna look at him funny.
But you know what? There will be black people who will deal with him.
Probably.
There are black folks. Yeah, there's black folks who do not like their own people, and they will support him.
Exactly. Yeah.
They will support him.
They have a problem within themselves, and they have an identity problem. So
yeah.
A lot of people like that.
And it's he's gonna feel privileged now, man. You know, this kid, he needs help, psychic counseling. There's no way you could be 17 years old and that does not impact you. I don't care if you was in self-defense or not, but you shot 2 people dead.
Right.
And then you walk around and you act like it didn't impact you. Oh, it's going to impact you down the line.
Right. Right. Did you see the other fake cry he did?
No, I didn't see that one, man. I was so fed up with that after the first one, man. I'm like, I don't even want to see him try to cry no more.
Yeah, he did it again. He did. He did. Yeah. He did another one. And hugged him. He hugged him funny and all that. Yeah.
You know, this is something we was talking about. My sister and I was talking about tonight about how this white construct of white power is epidemic, even in the schools, man. Now they don't teach these kids how to write in cursive anymore. This brand new math system, they're teaching these kids how to do math differently. It's the dumbing down of society, man. And when you get people who don't assimilate to the new order, and then you go out here, you're doing this new math, and your people look like, what are you doing? What's this new math system you're teaching? You go somewhere around the world, they're gonna look at you. What are you people over in America learning? You're not learning shit. You can't even go somewhere nowadays from, like my daughter was saying when she was in a grade school. They don't teach you how to write in cursive no more. So when you go somewhere to learn how to sign your name when you checking out at the counter and you tell them you can't sign your name, they're going to look at you like, what the hell kind of school did you go to? And laugh at
you. Mm-hmm.
And then you have people like this young kid right here. They're going to be feeling like they're privileged, and people of color are going to be dumb, ignorant, anything they can think of to make them feel like they're better than you.
Yeah, he got so much money donated to him, man. Shit, that little boy, he
Yeah.
gonna be all right. Yeah, they just said he wanted to be a nurse. So yeah, man,
I mean,
I don't know. It's crazy.
I'm
It's,
telling your fans and the family of this show, look into the curriculum that's going on inside these schools nowadays. Go to these school board meetings, find out who's on the board. If they don't do things or they're not operating in your best interest of your children, vote them off these school boards. When it's election time, so you won't have judges like this judge who was on the bench at this last trial. Find out what their party affiliation is. If they don't do things according to what you feel is just, vote against them. Get them out of here. Politics starts at the bottom, not from the top down. It starts from the bottom, from these local legislators, city county councils, to the school board, to the trash collector. Get out here and find out who's running for these offices. People, get up off your ass. Because stuff like that just happened up here in Wisconsin is because people don't understand who you're voting for when you go to the polls.
hold on, man. My bad. Hold on. Let's see. Did I get it, George? Okay. All right. All right. I'm back.
Yeah, I hate to ramble on, man, but that decision today just pissed me off, man. It just pissed me off.
Tierra said Perry Township is teaching the kids cursive writing. Okay. That's good.
That's good. Make
Teresa
sure that they are, man.
Teresa Collins said, remember the guy, let's see, remember that guy back 15 years ago who killed the black teen in self-defense, was acquitted. He got a God complex, but later got in trouble several times. Okay.
Right? She's talking about Zimmerman, the guy that killed Trayvon Martin. Is that what she's talking about?
Probably Zimmerman. It's been about 10 years.
Yeah.
It's been, well, no, it's been.
If you remember that Trayvon Martin case, the defense attorney was laughing at Trayvon's friend because the school system she was in was so underfunded, and they didn't teach her things like basic cursive writing. And she was about ready to graduate high school, man. And that guy was questioning her about her education. And when he got through questioning her, he got on social media and was laughing at that poor child about her education standards. It wasn't her fault. It's because of what the school system offered her and what they gave her. Huh? Oh, can you hear me? I'm at a red light. I'm down here by I'm at a slow light, man. Hold on a second. Shoot. Okay. Can you hear me now? Hello? I think did your computer go down? Uh-oh, we lost the feed. Hello? I'm not sure if you're still there, but you lost your screen. I guess everybody else can see me. Hey, everybody. Yeah, Teresa, can you hear me? I agree with you. Selective teaching, if you can hear me. I'm gonna see if I can link back up with him. I'm gonna log out and see if I can log back in.